try to, and hello, welcome to our Rumba class. What we'll try today is, again, choose a certain pattern, not too simple, but not crazy difficult either, and try to switch our attention from different aspects of the movement. We'll start with the simplicity of the weight direction and how our feet responsible to give us a foundation, so we don't struggle on shifting from A to B, right, left, forward, back. That there is a, we know how to originate it from the floor and give us the fundamental efficiency of weight change. And then we'll try to see that there might be other layers to put on top of it. We'll try to focus our attention on certain body parts, and we also try to focus it on like direction changes and some dynamics as well. So giving it, trying to figure out that the same form of steps, the same order of step can be presented in a totally different manner. More aggressive, more soft, more feminine, more competitive, and with more intensity, with more lazy look, and just different aspects of the movement. And yes, I just elevate the table a little bit. I don't know if it's better or not. You are more on my eyesight, so I'll have more chances to carry my posture looking at you, not down. And let's get to the combo. Follow me, please. We'll start with a side step and a forward roll. 4, 1, 2, and 3, and close your feet together. Go back, side, forward. And here I've learned a little trick. So you're turning 180 to make a side step towards your right, 2. And I will close your foot to change 1 more 80 over your right leg and step to the left, and then collect your right leg to the left. So it will look like this. Give me a second. Side, close, close. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So the first one feels easier. The second will be the most difficult because you need to close, change your weight, pivot and step sideways, and this one lead it 4 and 1. Then we go back 2 and 3 and 4. And here we'll go into a sliding door thing, but we will turn to the left to go in a usual way to our sliding door. 2, and we'll go for the free step turn back to our step. And here, this is what I did so far. 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, 2, 3, and 4. This is where we arrive. And we'll go back to place 2, 3, 4, 1. Delay 3 and 4. This is our beginning. Beginning, side, roll forward, 3, 4, back, side, forward, half turn, close, change, close your foot, back, side, forward, delay, like a spiral with a brush into a hip rock, 2, free step turn. But you need to do a little extra. So doing this one slightly diagonal, you want to finish away from the screen and go into back, replace, delay, 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 and shift beginning. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, back, side, forward, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and delay, 2, 3 and 4. Yeah, ready, ready, ready. 2 and 3 and side, step, rock, forward, close your legs, back, side, forward, side, close, change, close, back, side, forward, delay, spiral, arrive, hip rock, reverse turn, back, replace, delay, little presentation, exit, exit to the beginning, 3 and close, back, side, forward, side, change, side, close, back, side, forward, 2, 3 and 4, 2, 3 and 4, back, step, delay, leg presentation, leaning, side. Good, or a few more times? Few more times, more, got it. If you get the step, start focusing on how your ankle can be in the root of your movement. So I'm standing and I'm thinking, okay, I'll do this in my ankle, and this is how I get sideways. I'm doing this in my ankle, this in my ankle, and this is what puts me forward. I'm doing this in my ankle, and this is what sends me back. And I'll try to be very alert on this switch from side to forward, back, side, yeah? And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, close, back, side, forward, pivot, step to the right, close, step to the left, close, back, side, forward, delay, spiral, slipway, hip rock to the left, 3-step turn, back, replace, delay, leg presentation, step sideways, and 3, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. We'll figure out on the hips here. 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 2. When we get to the split weight, 4-1, we need to how we're solving it. We have and 2, means you will go quickly through the pressure to your right foot and 2, and we'll get back to the left again. So there would be no full weight change. 4-1 and 2. So by the end of 2, you want to be over the left again, because this is your starting point for your back, for your reverse turn. Let's try again. We're running 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And again, 4 and here, remember figure 8. Visualize the flow within it. So when you go 4 and 1, you don't want to stuck on the front. On the side, you want to feel by the end of 4 and 1 and your figure 8 already traveling through the back of your leg towards the right side. 4 and 1, there's already this direction to kind of bounce into the resistance, and 2. And here the same trajectory as we pass in 4 counts, in 4 halves, 4 and 1. Now we need to pass twice faster, or even like 4 times faster, and 2. No. Okay, 1 second. Let's be clear here. We're counting 4 and 1 and 2. So 4 and 1 and this end between count 1 and count 2 belongs to count 1. So it means we do have a little longer passage, but this one is before 2 and 2. We want to give still enough time for our 2 not to panic on the way out. 2, 3 and 4, but have a certain comfort of departing smoothly, not like a, not if we would be sitting on the explosive, but like we are sitting on a slide. Yeah. So let's do it a few more times. 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Yeah. Just if you need the extra clarification, you count quicks. You go quick, 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 slow, quick, quick, slow. So you know it's 1 part for arrival, 2 parts for continuation, 1 more part for the flick, and then 2 more parts for this curve before getting out. Quick, quick, slow. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And 1 more time. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Back, replace. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yes, this is the final one. Yes, sorry, yes. Okay. Are we clear with the combo? Can you see, can you show it to me? Okay, I only see a little green on Benny's face. So let me do one last time with you, and then you're on your own for the, at least for the order of the steps. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and back, side, forward. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yep. Okay. Ready? And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 closing. 4, 1 closing and weight change. Yes, and back from your left, and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Yeah, Bonnie, when you change and you go back from your left, you do the same element, back, side, forward. So we do twice a similar combo, back, side, forward from the right, and then back, side, forward from the left. Yeah? Okay. Ready. When you're starting, I want to, looking at you, I want to see how your standing ankle already tells you, get out. I'm sending you to the right. Start moving. It wants to be visual, like something underneath you evolving. Ready. And 2 and 3 and 4. and 1 and 2 and 3 and close. Back from your right, left, forward, and your tricky thing, side, close, and break from the left, 2 and 3 and forward, sliding door, spiral to the right, yes, hip rock, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, back replace, 3, delay, and leg presentation, 3 and 4. Yes. Now let's just do one more time with me, and then I will ask you to turn sideways, because I would be interested to see how your standing leg is engaged at the moment when you're producing a send off forward, away from it, how your standing leg engaged when you're producing a send off. 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more time with me, and then by yourself, sideways. 2, Okay, ready? Starting with the side step. From beginning of the combo, yes, facing your right wall. Good. And 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 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 and 2, 3 and 4. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And 1 and 2, 3. Delay, step, leg presentation, and 4. Yep. Okay. A lot of good things, a few weaker things. Weaker things. Sending yourself sideways. Yes, Wendy.
My connection is really unstable today, and I just upgraded, which is why it's so aggravating, but I keep losing you. Sorry.
It happened. I'm here. If you can just keep up with us, I will still go and do
I
the
will try.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
What was not as good? On the way back, try to think of a little stronger engagement on the leg you just checked into, how it still can be a support, like if you would be trying to push yourself out without falling into it, but being active. So this is a way of landing into it, but being active on the way out. So it's exactly the same leg for your next step, 3 and 4. Next, here is obviously you need to speed up your third process, because now to be on your side after half turn, it means you have extra things to do, and 2, it means that your push from your ankle have to be integrated together with your pivoting. If you're pivoting and have a moment of delay, your side step would be late. So plan the movement of your chest and your pivoting and pushing already have a clear prediction, let's say. And 2. Here, again, even if it's a slow tempo, I will be thinking about the resistance in my time, so I cannot just go there, but when I'm doing the pendulum, I'm keeping my ribs on the opposite side for the ease of the following change. So doing the pendulum to the right side of your room, or like to your left hip, you want to leave your right ribs more to the left, so that on the next change you can be quick. Yeah, so yeah, Deborah, you can turn away and listen and follow my command. So if you turn away, the moment when you go with the pendulum towards your left hip, keep your ribs more to the right. Yes. And now when you're changing, you want to feel like upper part is leaning towards the left side of the room, and your leg need to be placed faster to support falling body. Yes, correct. Yeah. Then you did, the rest of it was good. So let's just do one more time, doing sideways and focusing on the no sideways. Okay, Bonnie said no sideways. Okay, just do a little diagonal so I still see your forward adjustment. Yes, ready. 2, Bonnie, you're fine. I will see whatever I need to see. It's fine, but don't always stress yourself with this. Ready. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 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 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Yep. This was good. Just Jean, a little more clarity on the placement on 4. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Think you're a little bit too low on one leg, and then you do kind of a syncopated. Yeah? So now, if we'll have this foundation, which I'm fairly happy with, let's get a little bit into recognizing some body parts we can make a feature at a particular moment. So what we can choose from? We can choose from our ankles and feet. We can focus a little more on the hip and the curve of your waistline and the hip line. We can focus on the upper part and this like emotional breathing, opening out, reaching out, closing, being vulnerable and being fragile and sensitive, internal. And it can be arms, which is reaching, projecting, melting, doing something with your body, present yourself in a softer, more glamorous manner. And you can switch your attention from between body parts to give me a coloring book where you just, oh, this is different body parts will make me entertained by changing the picture, not just presenting with the same. Let's start with featuring our hip. So if it will not be about the weight shift, but it will be about presenting our standing hip. So when we'll be leaning, I will do a little arm across, which will leave this side totally open and make people see how, like, I don't have enough here to do a lot of curve, but yeah, you still can see some of it. Yeah. Yes, now I have much more slim pants, so you see at least something, not my old school teacher's pants. No, let's put our arm across and let's think that we're leaving our waistline curve and the hip on the side, and when we're stepping, we can leave our attention with this hip. So we're kind of moving not into, but we're moving away from our hip. And this might be a moment where we're changing our attention to the chest or outside projection and going to the audience or to our partner with a request, with a demand in our chest, reaching out. And we can even decorate with the hands a little bit, because next, when we'll be closing, let's make it a little bit about our arms, which will make some kind of think of a typical show number when it's all dark and there is like a male, female, and let's say somebody wearing a white gloves. Yeah, when the touch, like me today, all black and naked arms. So if I'm doing this or that or that or that or that or that, well, you see exactly what's going. It's hard to miss, yeah, when it's done this way. So we'll start with the focus on our hip for one. Then we'll think of our chest and reaching forward, maybe a little ripple. And the next thing would be about very expressive articulation on the fingers, on our body, and how they go across, along, whatever you feel like. Yes, and let them sustain a little bit longer as you go into the step forward. Yeah. So these 3 steps will be about your arms. Ready? We go about our hip. We think about hip. We're leaving it. We try to look at it. Changing the head out. 3 and whoop. Putting the arms on our body and leaving them outside. Elegant. With during free step. Ready? And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. What we'll do next? How we'll call this focus? We can call it the focus on your twisting ability. So the moment when I'll get here and I will prepare my frame and I will twisting as much as I can, I will leave my focus with you a little longer. And you will see me from the front and you will see me from the back, but I would still be like looking at you, checking if you receiving my presentation. All of me from every angle. And then you can rush with the head back to the screen. From the other side, yes, to highlight your twisting ability. And maybe for if the feature is twisting, let's make it about closing and twisting on the last closing too. 2 and 3 and 4. Yes, Deborah, exactly. And the step sideways, it's just an element. You don't have to be exactly stepping sideways. If we're choosing the feature of being twisted, you feel that it's a little mix of a forward step and a side step. Jean, I know you can do better on not leaving me with your eyes. Try to make the step without losing at least a side of your eye looking at me. Yes. Let's see. Here. And now right at me again. Yes. and then closing. Yep. Okay, Bonnie, looking at you. Here, and yeah. Tirira. Yeah, exactly. So just steer this moment a little bit up. Let's all do it together. So we're twisting, we're arriving, and check that at the next moment, there is no additional turn. So you can still be with me while you're collecting. And this is the time to turn. And it's really important how your right arm will be a counter force to your hip. And then you go more into your left space. Okay, so let's get this done again from beginning. Settling deep into your hip, leaving it slowly. And ready to change into space forward, your chest and arms touching and slowly getting across your body, across your shoulders, sideways. And they perfectly placed for highlighting your twisting ability. Close. Yeah. Can we keep like the same time frame, but start later and do instead of 2, 3, 4, do 2, 3, and 4. Absolutely, why not? Right from here, 2, 3, and 4. It will be just a little less of a side step. It will be a little more like 2 and 3. When it's syncopated, it's getting a little smaller. But we will be featuring the dynamic of sustain and release. So when we're releasing, we can give it a, yes, a surprise move. So arriving, 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Ha! Why not? This might be a very unusual feature to do it like this. It's very usual feature when you do a delay step with your partner, but in this case, maybe not so usual. I go 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So when you kind of reaching to the leg, so it might be as feature on your feet, on the shape of your moving leg, how it's developing backwards. 2, 3, and 4. So you're taking just a little time to place it, support, and then go quickly forward. Yes. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here, let's put a little feature on the shoulder, neck, and head expressiveness, which if you will look at, I know some famous photos of Isidora Duncan and something of this, not like Arabic kind of thing when it's a little lazy and you can have this grotesque feeling of, I don't know, having a long cigar holder or being all in the like very thick fur, white fur, when you're like there resting in this luxury of the mink.
Are you thinking the Erte sculptures, the Erte sculptures, the Art Deco Erte sculptures?
Yes. Thank you for guiding me with the name. When you get to your sliding door, so your arms are 3 and 4 across, and why not try to go a little bit through a Arabic thing, and here when you will be passing your arms through your head, you can give it just a little bit of this arte feeling and a little laziness, and when you go through the turn, you have still this lazy, smoky attitude until the turn brings you back to a little more meaty end. Be careful with your neck, not to have a whiplash. Okay, I'm with you. You get back, 2, 3, and 4. And your arms are slightly on the left to go up and reconnect with the free leg. And here, then you start pressing back and turning just a little bit. So you're pressing back with the side of your head. What's important here? Yes, yes, Jean doing just a little bit better. Davey, Bonnie, remember the pressure from your hips forward still. So I'm not getting behind my legs, so I'm still forward, and I think go por the bras. So all the action here is still directed forward, but I can be just a little bit decorative with this one. Here, you see my leg, I'm still all the way out. Yeah. And yes, beautiful. I think I showed it enough time. I want to see it, how each of you look individual in this passing. Your arms can be closer to the head, a little further around, with the wrist, without wrists. Yes. Good. Yep. Yes. Up top, I see so far. Yes. Yeah. David, Jane, do all what you was doing. But inside this, find the connection, find the weight change towards your right leg. So the way how I was getting out of this was a little bit messy. So all of this happening, but inside you changing your weight and your right leg is ready to take care of your turn. Yes. Bonnie, I would just like to see that you, okay, I was having a lesson earlier today, and with one of my students, I was doing a simple trick. So if you go into a forward position, and you think, okay, I'm good, do a little arabesque. Do a little arabesque behind you, feel what's changing in your standing butt. Is your standing butt getting tighter? Yeah, good. So now remember this engagement and put your leg down and let this area carry you through. So it's not, let's call it fragility of being able to survive at the beginning and end and missing the middle. So when you get into this tone, you know, okay, it's sufficient to carry me through every angle of my passage. So Bonnie, I would like this thing to develop through the rotation of your hip, not rotation and an arm separate. So feel like your arms connected with your right toe. So the more the arm goes, the more the toe opening and let's say bending your elbow towards your head is timed with the knee passing, and crossing your elbows is synchronized with the knee crossing forward. You see, you're doing beautiful decoration with the arm, but it's have only one direction. So you have this, and then it's one direction. I would like, you see, it will look different if arms can go this way and the leg can go this way at the same time. Ooh. Yeah, that'd be very nice. Just keep your belly a little more close. All of this and arching, but keeping your belly like that, not like that. Raise. I know it's a little tricky. Let's find how through this thing we're recognizing that we're actually looking up. We see our ceiling and we're looking at our ceiling and we feel how our standing leg pushing us forward, so we can maintain this position and we can shift weight from left to right. And then once we get over the right, we can up, engage our psoas just a little bit more to bring ourselves up into the turn and suddenly change from a very artistic and lazy back to rhythmical, back to competitive. Yes. Good, good, good. Yes, yes. Yes, good, Vandy, this was better. Yeah. Super, 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 super. Yes, I'm just still looking. Let's find give me just a second, I'll find one word I would like to use, which I don't know how to say in English. It's from graphic design I was doing in school. In the Russian language, it's different word, but it's showing me translation like pairing or coupling. In this design, it was a particular method of blending different circles with different radius. How a small circle with a smaller radius becoming a bigger radius, becoming even bigger radius. So at which, like how you finding the place to put your compass to continue with the bigger radius or connect two radiuses in a curve. So why it get into my head? Because I wanted to think how this, look at me just for a few moments, how your smaller, how this circle translating into this circle. So what is the trajectory of the arms, avoiding an unexpected change, how it can be done in a flow. So you see the moment when I'm doing this and my shape is still there, there have to be a moment of my arms passing around my body for me to be able to look sustainable, to look that I don't have a cut in my movement. La, la, la. And moving arms across your body is not in conflict with this little design of artistic thing. Okay, together. And so we have this 2, 3, and 4. Aha, one more little thing, ladies. As I'm doing it for loud, I'm finding it just a few more details, which coloring it. Right, like when I'm getting in from the beginning through this movement, I'm picking myself center a little bit higher to give myself a feeling of the height for my arm. From the height, I would have more articulation on landing them across. So be sure that it's not go from here right to the head level, but from picking your center, you would feel that there is a levity, there is some light force, bring arms all the way up before they will get heavy and lazy and will touch the skin on your neck. Very provocative and with the sound. Okay, let's do it. Let's pick our standards and give our arms the moment of real extension but soft, and then when they're falling, ladies, I want you just to try the, I don't know, if you will be imagining a silky scarf or mink. So the moment when your arm goes here, how leaning into your arm can be a gesture of tactile pleasure. Yes, we are aware sometimes like we're touching some material, some I don't know, cheap plastic, we don't like it, or we're touching a I don't know, super expensive leather bag, and we're like, oh, it's so like smooth, and I want to have it. Or and I'm touching McKenna or Olivia, they're like, wow. So a tactile joy, a tactile pleasure. So when you're here, like feel that your arm's touching your face, that your face touching your arm, that you're touching your hair, and all of this is real. Whoop. Yep. Okay, Jen, so your arm is here. The right will go to the back, but your left, lift your left one to the moment where it's nearly touching your head and press just a little bit against it, rub it, and start turning in your shoulder around. And this is where you will get your real expression. Bonnie, this was so much better. It's yes, beautiful, Venido. So look, ladies, I think we all, you all need to beyond the moment when we will look vulgar or when we will look slutty doing these things. Everything what you did now was so sincere and sophisticated and elegant. So really there is nothing wrong with finding the touch, with being sincere in your expression. It's giving you authenticity, warmth, sincerity. It can be a little more like arte, yeah, maybe a little like a decorated thing. It can be done, but each of you, when you did it a little more human, a little more real, I immediately having more sympathy towards it. So don't hesitate to find the moments where your touch is real, where I think, oh, probably she feels so cozy in this, like, I don't know, warm jacket. Or she remembers how her husband, her boyfriend was like giving her a hug when she was cold, whatever. Yes. So let's get through it. Landing, passing through the top, finding your head. Passing, now working your glute and working your frame around, getting to a hip. Here, yes, after romantic and lyrical, let's get a little deep and a little into pressing this hip. Like if the judge is here, you're saying like, look, you want Cuban hip action? Here is it. Here it is. And whoop, and you kind of, I think, will double down. So you're selling it. And like, okay, let me just give it one more time before we leave. And from depths, I would with a turn. If we're picking a challenging direction, turning just in one line would be easy. There will be no problem. 2, 3, and 4. But we're picking a little extra angle, so we need to overturn. What it means? It means whatever energy we're collecting, we have to stop it here, so there is no additional momentum this way. 2, 3. So you want to feel that as much as you're accumulating on 2, on 3, you need to reduce it. 2, 3, I'm stopping myself with the right IT band and glute. to be very specific on not flying more to the right. Bonnie, I would like it to start pivoting on the right. And then go back. 2, 3, and 4. So be sure that you're collecting towards your right foot. Yes, Bendy, very good. Yeah. Let's all try. Again, be careful, but how much we can risk. If we're doing our hip tune, and we know that we're pushing our hip to right, but let's see if we can keep our head in place, and from here pick ourselves for the back step. Forward 1 and 2, 3. So on 3, I'm thinking about the arch, but this arch is balanced. So the moment I will be closing, I will not have additional right force. I will stay. You can kind of practice something like this when you're giving yourself a fear factor or limiting factor. And 2, 3, and 4, and you. Yeah. Next, when we just ideas. Yeah, you can practice it more. Next thing, let's do it about the leg. So getting through your back replace and being just like continuous in your foot grip and weight replace, and suddenly you're having one of the elements where a particular body part performing a little bit aggressive, direct, sharp action, and 2 and 3, and then after you make a statement, basically screaming, look at my leg, yeah, look at it, and then you whispering, how beautiful and precise the movement can be, and then suddenly getting back to your rhythmical. 2, yes, in giving this presentation to your leg, important to find the resources for this inside and try to stay a little more calm on top when this leg is appearing. When this leg is, how reserved you can be when you're placing it, and when you're leading, collecting, and let's see how we can collect it. And yes, very nice, nicely done. And when we're collecting, how we can lean a little bit forward. Here's a tricky thing. I learned it somewhere. If I'm okay to get more grounded, I can sustain just a little more falling. If you go higher and you're losing it sooner. But if you go with your leg and you go deep into your hip, even leaning forward, you're creating a little bit of counter action. What allows you to be just a little further into the leaning without losing control. Yeah? Let's try. So we're going replace. 2 and 3. Settling. Going. Let's do from back replace. And 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now let's do a couple times. And we'll start with our plain version. Moving like you will be describing this combination at a teacher's examination. Step number 1, left foot forward. Step number 2, right foot back. Step number 3, left foot close. Step number 4, right leg back, left foot full sideways. And like we started, just the form without any texture in it. Ready. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and close and back, side, forward and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4, 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 2 and 3 and 4. And now let's put our decisions. I'll slow walk through them. Featuring the hip, featuring a change to the forward space, featuring the white gloves over the black dress, featuring the twist and how you can be simultaneously facing and backing, and then featuring syncopated manner into arte and sensual turn, sharp into the deep hip, and doubling down on it, arch, going back, and it's fine if you're falling, don't worry about it, and whoop, putting a little sharp energy in it, and then doing this, making me afraid. She's falling, she's falling, she's falling. Whoa. No, she is fully under control. And ready, one time with me, and then with that. Featuring the hip moving slowly. 4, changing to the forward projection. 2, and white gloves over the black dress. 2 and 3 and 4. Twisted and 2 and 3 and twisted and syncopation 2 ta ta 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 2 3 sharp leg and syncopation. Ready? Featuring the hip, 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, me, 3 and 4, your arms and move them across, step forward, twisted, and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, delay, 2, syncopation and 4, arte, 1, bum, 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 turning, and 2, for 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 1, back replace, 2, and 3, and punch, 2, and leaning, and syncopating. Good. And let me try to count just the numbers. Slow, of course, I wouldn't be pushing it, fast tempo, but try to organize your thought process to find the transition from one decision to another. Sometimes it can be a sharp cut, like beginning. You do your hip, 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 and what? Unexpected. The other one, when it goes syncopation, ta-ta, and into the turn, you're changing the tempo, but you keep the flow. Let's go with it. I'll try to help with my sound. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4. Yep, very nice. Gene, I think after the twisted part, you're just forgetting to close. So it's left to the right, left to the left, and close, and weight change. Change to close your right foot to the left, and change weight. Yes. And ready, just a little bit faster. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. About your arms continues. 2, 3 and 4. About your twist and 2 and 3 and 4. Close, change, weight, delay. 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2. 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah, very good. The level up. With the music, of course, you will have to. Okay, first thing, I'll count just one more time, a little faster. Be a little more time efficient after your lazy part. And 2 and 3 and blah, blah, blah. 1 and 2 and 3 and da. So getting after your spiral into hip rock should feel like you're not reducing your tempo. It will look slower than your spiral. And 2, but it needs to stay in a speed. You cannot just slow down completely. Okay, let's try. I count closer to regular speed of the competition music. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and twist and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Yep, very nice, very nice. So this is just some idea of how you, like a kid with a coloring book. He get it in just the black lines. And maybe suggestion, use color number 3 or color number 4. You have much more tools too. Here it's about body part. Here it's about change of the speed. Here I put 2 colors, which is blending very gently, like a different palettes of green and like into mint. Here I put the contrast colors like blue and navy, or white and black, and you making your own story, creating your own effects. And sometimes you're putting it out of the, what you can do, what kids cannot do with the coloring book, but they're always doing it if they go outside of the contour, yes. So you can expand your contour instead of doing, like when we started, we keep all the same rhythm. But when you think of dynamics, one of the back steps, we did delay. This is a little bit of a changing the form in favor of the effect we want to create. Yeah? And this places where I don't know, it's a little funny area where I don't exactly have a full confidence go and explore it with you, but like touching yourself, that recognizing that your body is alive, and that how often we touch ourselves in absolutely normal way on a daily basis. We brush our hair, we wash our face, we, I don't know, put the cream, I don't know, we like itch our shoulder, I know, like, oh, I want to eat how my belly feels, or like, I don't know, putting your stockings. We do touch, and avoiding this in dancing kind of separates it from the real experience, from a real human body language. Yes, like you just fix your head, like maybe now you're holding your arms. It's all real human body language. Faking it makes it look strange and very plastic kind of, yeah. Okay, let's take a little break, or we'll finish, whoever is staying for samba, and I will be with you in a couple minutes. So Bonnie, you staying or you leaving?
No, I'm leaving, and my